Hey guys, how y'all doing today? I'm sitting here on my 34-hour break in Park Hill, Missouri. Thought I'd answer one of the questions, comments by Big Country on one of my previous videos, and his question was, how much do I have to have down for a truck? How much do I have to have do I need to have in the bank for a truck? What do I need for a credit score? I can't answer for all of the places. I can go by my experience, okay? My credit score was around 680, somewhere like that. Um, I found this truck that I'm in now after looking around, researching and looking for trucks. I knew I didn't want to spend, $100,000 on a truck, being my first time to buy a truck. I wanted something that was manageable, in my opinion. I found this 2017 International Pro Star with the N13 and a 10-speed automatic. I gave $47,900 for this truck, and then I added on a 400,000 mile warranty, 4 years. So this truck's actually under warranty till it gets to 823,000 miles, or until August of 2025, whichever comes first. The warranty was $11,000. I had to buy some new tires and new wheels for this truck. I just wrapped all that up into my final deal. So by the time everything was all said and done, I gave, just looked at it the other day, around $60,000. And the down payment I had to come up with was $9,700. I figured it all up. It was right around that 15%. As far as what I had in the bank, I did not have much in the bank to start with. I think I had like right around $1,200 to get me started. I knew from talking to everybody that was over at Oakley and that had gone to work for them, that it wouldn't take long for me to build my money up. Aero Truck Sales, place where I bought my truck, they have a 90-day warranty that they throw in that covers the motor, transmission, rear ends, the DPF system that I just had the issues with. That was not covered underneath of the aero portion, nor was my air conditioner I had to replace, but it was covered by my NTP warranty. So, the warranty doesn't cover everything, but it covers the majority. Okay. My air conditioner, whenever I had that fixed, it was around, what was it, $1,600, I think, if I remember right. My portion of that, I wound up paying about $600 because I had them go in and change some settings in my computer. So that was $250 per deal. So I figured all that in. For the actual getting the air conditioner fixed, it was probably like $300. And then I paid another $500, something like that, to have my settings changed on my ECM. Because, they like to rake you over the coals for that. It takes them 2 minutes to change everything in the computer. And, they want to charge you, $125 per item. Go figure. Just to hook their computer up. Getting my DPF system fixed. The total bill was $2,500 and some odd dollars. the warranty covered like $1,900 of that. So I wound up paying most of it myself, and I'm waiting on the reimbursement from NTP because I did not want to sit around and wait 3 or 4 hours for them to authorize me to be able to get the tank that I had found and all that, because these DPF sensors and tanks and level sensors and all that, they're going faster than people can find them. So, I found mine. It's like, hey, we got to jump on this. It was $1,400 and something plus another $200 to ship it from Arkansas to Chicago. So I paid $1,658. Out of that, they did not pay the shipping portion on my reimbursement. So, but they did pay for the actual tank, which was like $1,485. Labor on that was $468. I initially paid that. They've already reimbursed me back for that today. I do have a $500 deductible, so I'm still waiting on like between that and the tank, they still owe me right around $1,000. So, but yeah, as far as your credit score goes, I've heard that some lenders will take you even if you're, in the upper fives. You're going to pay a lot more in interest. You're probably going to have a bigger down payment. The higher your credit score is, the lower you can get your interest rate and your down payment. To come up with my down payment for this, man, I scrounged, I saved, I sold everything. A lot of my extra stuff. I sold my motorcycle, I sold my four-wheeler. I had 2 horse wagons that I used. I sold those. Knew I was moving, so we was selling furniture, we was selling a bunch of other stuff, and I came up with about $1,500 more than what I needed for my complete down payment. I had to use part of that in travel expenses and hotels to go up to pick up my truck and throw a little bit of go-go juice in it. So by the time all was said and done, I had about $1,200 in the bank to actually get rolling with. I was so happy when I got through orientation, got my fuel card. First thing I did, I went over there and threw some fuel in my tanks as I rolled up into North Little Rock with like a little bit less than a quarter tank of fuel. But so that's the best answers I can give you is, you're going to want 15 to 20% down. It's basically going to be on the bank themselves. I know if you call Aero Truck Sales or get a hold of them, you can also go on their website and there's a little deal that shows, hey, you're looking at this truck, what are you going to need for a down payment, what's your credit score, how much are you currently making, blah, 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 blah. And it'll give you a rough estimate. And you're going to want above that because it's not going to tell you the true thing. I don't know how their little calculator does all that, but whenever I found it out on this truck, I want to say it told me I was going to need $6,500, and I wound up having to have $97. So it was off a little ways. But with the truck market the way it is now, trucks are getting expensive, man. I picked up a truck paper the other day just to look to see how the prices were going, and it's ridiculous. And that was one thing. Whenever I bought this truck, I could have bought one with a Cummins in it, but I was looking at another $20,000 just to have a Cummins engine versus this International N13. And like I said, it's been a great engine. I mean, I wish it had more power, but I talked to International about raising the power up. They told me, well, you got to buy new turbos and new injectors. Well, I'm not going to do that until I absolutely have to. So, but you can go and look and see what they have. Call different dealerships. If you find trucks you really, really, really want, call them up, talk to them. They're going to want to run a credit reference on you and run your credit, excuse me. And, every time you do that, it affects your credit score. So the more applications you throw in, the more your credit score is going to go down, because it's going to go down every time somebody runs your credit. But you can at least talk to them, come up with what do you call it? An idea of about what you're going to have. But good reference is 15 to 20% down. Like I said, money in the bank. Man, you see all these other videos. Oh, you don't want to buy your own truck until you have $20,000 in the bank. You need to have $10,000 in the bank. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have that much money in the bank. But if you're going from a company driver to an owner-operator, you've got a family at home, chances are you're not going to have that kind of money in the bank. But know, if you're going to work for a company, how soon you're going to start making money. What kind of money are you going to be making? That's, why I didn't have any issues going to work for Oakley and only having $1,200 in my bank account, because I knew that they have the miles there, they have the loads there. I get paid every week. Every Friday morning, boom, my money's in the bank. If you stay out, a couple weeks at a time, you're making good money. You can make fairly good money if you're home every weekend, from what people tell me, depending on what region you're in. But I notice, you're not going to make as much as if you stay out for a couple weeks at a time. Or at least that's been my experience. So, my last few checks haven't been that great, mostly because of me moving from Texas to Tennessee, taking off work. Then my truck was in the shop for 8 days. That was actually a pretty good check I got before my check went in the bank, or my truck went in the shop. So I mean, I had that, and then luckily my last load I had a little demurrage on there, and with that demurrage, that was enough to cover all of my fees through Oakley. My base plates, my insurance, and escrow payment, and all that. So, yeah, I didn't make any money that week, but I didn't lose any money that week. I didn't start in a negative. This week here, man, this last week, I've run my tail off. And I'm looking to have a really good check come this Friday. I'm going to stay out till the first of next week and go home for my 34 there and run back out for another week. And then I'm going to take off for Thanksgiving, go see my daughter. Haven't seen her since she got married in June. She's super excited for us to get up there and see her place and all that. So, I'm take me another 4 days off, go see her, and then I'll run back out and get ready for taking off for Christmas. I mean, I'll stay out for a week and a half or two at a time, and till Christmas rolls around. Then I'll take off for Christmas weekend. Probably roll out for a few more days. Be home for New Year's, because that's mine and my wife's anniversary. And but I know, whenever I'm out, I'm going to be making money. I could afford to take the time off. So I hope that answers your question, Big Country. 15-20% down. The better you can have your credit score, obviously the better off you're going to be. It's all going to depend on the bank. Mine, I went through transport funding, which is part of the Aero truck sales deal. It's their own in-house financing department. And if you get with them, you can find your truck. Or if they don't have one that you're looking for in your price range, man, tell them to keep an eye out. I mean, trucks are getting scarce right now. They're hard to find. Ones with low miles is hard to find unless you want to pay, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. If I was looking to buy a truck again right now, I'd probably be finding one that had, 600,000 miles on it, and make sure I get that extended warranty through NTP, just to make sure everything's good to go. Because, like I said, I wasn't looking to spend $100,000 whenever I bought my first one. I know anybody else out there looking to buy their first one, probably not looking to spend that much. So, don't be afraid to buy, especially these old fleet trucks. Yeah, they've had everybody and their dog driving them, but they keep the maintenance up on them. And that's what Aero buys. They go through and they buy a bunch of trucks from fleets. And right now with the trade-in, they're trading them in at higher mileage. So, but yeah, I know I was looking at some of their new inventory he sent me a while ago. 2017 International Pro Star with a 58-inch sleeper, had 480,000 miles on it, wanted 77,000 for it. Had a 2017 579 with the 58-inch or 63-inch sleeper, the smaller sleeper. Had 500 and some odd thousand miles on it, and looking at 79,000 on that one. You start getting in Peterbilt's and Kenworths, you're going to spend more money. So, like I said, if you're looking for a truck, don't be afraid to get one with a little bit higher mileage. If you're looking to come over here to Oakley, they want 5 years or newer trucks. Get a hold of me. I can help you get a hold of somebody and find out, if, sometimes they're willing to look at older trucks. They've had some older trucks come in that's in really great shape with low miles or had engine rebuilt, transmissions redone, trucks all nice and shiny and clean and good looking, not all tore up. They'll look at them and determine whether or not they'll lease them on or not. So, get a hold of me, taksides@yahoo.com. I'll, send you my phone number. You can call me up. If y'all want to see more videos, go to my TikTok page, which is DOEBOY806. I have a lot more videos on there, more loading and unloading and just stupid crazy stuff I can do going down the road. But y'all have a great day. Thank you.